And we are back here at Sherman Bearcat Stadium in Sherman, Texas for the nightcap. Game 8 of 8 and the final opportunity for these 6th graders to leave it all out on the field here during the Texoma League and youth football before heading on to the monster that is middle school football. But one more final chance to play with their buddies, and it's a matchup to win the all-around Super Bowl between Prosper and the Fighting Eagles and the Denison Killer Bees right here on Game On Sports. This one will be a lot of fun to watch. We just had an outstanding game for the 5th and 6th grade title between Van Alstyne and Melissa. 30-16 Panthers win, and the Van Alstyne team was able to pull that one out in dramatic fashion. But now as we have 8 minutes on the clock, these 6th graders are ready and able to put it all out on the line for one final time in their program before heading on to those middle school football days. Season coming to an end. As we are just about ready for the kickoff, of course, as you can see, the Killer Bees getting ready to make a statement and try and kick this one off as far as possible and pin back those Prosper Eagles. We'll introduce the two rosters here in a moment. But right now, Denison is going to be kicking this one off. Prosper, this is the 6th time that they have been represented. 3-2 here on the hop. It's going to be taken quickly. A lot of room to work with. They've got a blocker and he's got tripped up by his own guy and taken down after a nice return. That's number 29, Walker Owens, on the stop. So as the Prosper offense takes the field, let's run through that Prosper Fighting Eagles and their roster here. Cameron Hapes, number 2. Number 3 is Grant Nakuja. Number 5 is Cash Etheridge. Number 8 is Austin Tutt. Austin George is number 9. Jackson Ford, number 10. Andrew Ward, number 11. Number 12 is Connor Morrison. So they're going to hand this one right up the middle. A gain of about 2 on the play. Jonah Bowman, number 15. Number 27 is Tucker Richardson. Walker Owens, number 29. Number 40 is Michael Maylott. Number 45, Nathan White. Everett Wally, number 47. Number 48, Tyler Mercer. Seth Blassingame is number 54. Number 82 is Chase Mercer. And we will introduce those Denison Killer Bees here in just a moment. It's the 2nd time that Prosper and Denison have played today. They played in the 3rd grade Super Bowl championship, and it was a defensive struggle between the two programs. Prosper ended up winning that game 8-0. Here's the 6th grade, though, and here's another handoff to number 29, Walker Owens. And a big stick there just before the first down marker. And we'll see what Prosper wants to do here from a 4th and inches. And when I say inches, I mean inches away from the first down marker. Here in the first quarter, a fourth down try. They're going to hand it off up the middle, and he's stuffed back behind the line of scrimmage. The Killer Bees flying in and swarming to the football and stopping it short of the first down. A nice play there from Denison to get things started as they are going to keep it alive and well early on here. 6.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Let's run through that Killer Bees roster so far. Cavante Hain, number 1. Number 3, Kenyon Kelly. Kobe DeHorney, number 7. Ty Holderfield, number 8. Chasen Holders, number 10. Deshaun Smith, number 13. Anthony Grant is number 14. Kyson Lucane is number 16. Anthony Gardner, number 21. 22 is Ernesto Ramirez. Zep Jones, number 24. Number 44, Landon Manning. Number 52, Amandre Shepard. Branson Barons, number 55. Justin Burke, number 74. And a nice play by Prosper on their first play on the defensive side. John Haywood, number 78. Cole Koborowski, number 80. Number 83 is Matthew Rangel. And then rounding things out with the double nines is Troy Francis. So a handoff here to the tailback. And a spin move still on his feet and in bounds is Jacoby DeHorney. And under 6 minutes left here in the first quarter. Prosper Eagle is down on the near sideline. And a great tight-roping job there by DeHorney to stay in bounds. Everybody taking a knee for the wounded Eagle on the near side. So a new set of downs here for the Killer Bees. 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. In the shotgun, they're going to hand this one off to a very speedy player on the far side. And how about the defensive play there from Prosper, being able to pull them down. Number 15 for Prosper. Actually, it was number 10. Jackson Ford was the one on the stop. We're going to go back to the Speedy Jones. That time it was Bowman on the stop as he continues to get through that line of scrimmage. So John Haywood was the tailback. Under 5 minutes to play here in the first half. Still no score. This Prosper defensive line has been unbelievable in terms of getting through the line of scrimmage. Here's another run trying to escape the pocket. Almost got tripped up there behind the line of scrimmage. Now forward for positive yardage goes Kelly. And he'll finally be clawed to the ground by number 40, Micah Milot. So that'll bring up 4th and 9 here from the 39-yard line. Killer Bees going for it here halfway through the first quarter. On their own 39-yard line, have to get to the 30. Got a first down early on. Since then, it's been all Prosper defensively. A handoff looking far side. They're going to have to get to the corner, and there's nowhere to go. Big number 10, Jackson Ford on the stop. And the combination between Ford and Bowman is something that I am excited to watch here in this matchup. Both of which have just overpowered the defense or the offensive line every time. It's either Bowman or it's Ford in the backfield. And they have been very efficient defensively so far. Back in the shotgun, they're going to hand this one off to Milot. There's another nice run past a first down marker. He gains some more as well. A run of right around 20 yards on the play. And he's all the way down to the Killer Bees 36-yard line. Etheridge in the shotgun here for Prosper. This time they're going to hand it off with a shovel pass to Owens. Owens far side. He's got a lot of room to work with. He's going to have to work toward the sideline. End zone. Touchdown. Walker Owens can just walk it in. An outstanding play here from the Eagles early on, and they're on the board first as the shovel pass right up the middle to Owens. And some great blocking downfield allowed Owens to have a seam. He hit it and went straight to the house for the touchdown. 2-point conversion on the way. Once again, Etheridge under center now as he's going to roll out to his left, looking for his receiver in the back of the end zone. He's got one, and he finds Nakuja in the back of the end zone. Nakuja receiving that 2-point conversion, and it's 8-0 in favor of the Prosper Fighting Eagles. That's about as good of a start as you've wanted for Prosper. They ended up stalling out on their first offensive drive. Well, the defense gave up a first down, and it looked like Denison was going to have a little bit of momentum to work with early on here. And because of it, a little bit of a shift in the momentum since Prosper turns it around, ends up getting the stop on 4th down. Defensive line putting an extra charge into the Eagles. And then from then on out, it was all Walker Owens to the end zone for Prosper. And so his kickoff kneeled down right at the 36-yard line. And so the Killer Bees will look to answer here. 3:26 remaining in the first quarter. 8-0 in favor of the Eagles in game 8 of 8 here from Sherman Bearcat Stadium. First and 10 from that 34-yard line. And the Killer Bees are going to hand it off again. Here goes the speedster on the near sideline. Still trying to see exactly who that is. I can't see the number. It's going to be number 16, Kyson Lusain. Lusain used as the tailback currently. And he's going to get it again. Lusain up the middle. He's wrapped up quickly by that Prosper defense. Bowman pumped up about that one as his defensive counterpart in Blassingame was able to make the tackle. Couple tailbacks in the backfield here for the Killer Bees as Denison is stuffed there right at midfield. The handoff to Horney, who had a big run in the first drive, goes nowhere there on 1st down, and it's going to be 2nd and 7. And it looks like there's going to be a flag on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 5, or 2nd and 2 after a 5-yard penalty. Must have been after the play had already finished up. There's the handoff again, and a drop in the back. Bowman, oh, he's still up. A great play there from Lusain not to go down. I thought Bowman had swallowed him in the backfield, but instead Lusain popped out of it still alive, ended up getting dropped anyways. Bowman, you can credit him for getting past the line first and making some noise. Killer Bees got a little bit of ways to go here on 3rd down, 3rd and 13 from their own 47-yard line, and this is going to go right in the middle. Ball comes out. I think Denison hopped on top of it. No, they didn't. Prosper football. Forcing the fumble and the first turnover a game here for Prosper. With 1:55 remaining in the first quarter. Already with an 8-0 lead. Now they regain possession in their enemy territory at the 46-yard line. Prosper starting in the shotgun. Dropping back to pass. Looking deep. They're going to find Owen again. Makes one move inside. He's got a lot of room on the near side. This time makes one man miss. Reaches pylon. Touchdown. Had to wait for the signal as Walker Owens goes airborne. Superman diving toward the end zone. Barely clipping that pylon. And what an aware play there from Owens to stay in bounds and reach forward while being pushed out by a Killer Bee defender. Only took one play from scrimmage. That's the first touchdown pass of the night here for Cash Etheridge. 14-0. Here's the 2-point conversion. Rolling out to the right. Etheridge is going to take it himself, lays down a shoulder, and barrels his way past the goal line and into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. It's 16-0 early on here. 1:42 remaining in the quarter. And sometimes you're just going to leave open one of the best players on the field, and right now that's been Walker Owens. Both times that he's had the football, he's had space between the hash marks all the way to the sideline. First time it was on the far side on a run play. This time it was on a reception on the near side, and then the awareness to reach for the pylon. And here's the soft kick sent in the direction of the Killer Bees, and it'll be corralled right at the 37-yard line. No time ran off the clock. Both teams have all 3 timeouts remaining. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Killer Bees, now down by 16. How important of a drive is this? Well, you haven't been able to stop Prosper, so you turn around and can't score here, it very well could be 24-0 or worse before halftime. Quick run up the middle, gets to the 40. And that Prosper defense is there again. They've been able to shut down the running capabilities of DeHorney ever since that first initial run. Back in the I formation are the Killer Bees. Here's DeHorney again, and a big hit laid down there by number 10, Jackson Ford. Ford laying down the hammer on the tailback. And that'll set up a 3rd and 6. Right around the 42-yard line. Big down here for the Killer Bees. Really need a conversion here. If you can't convert, then it's going to bring up the question in terms of, do you go for it? Here's the rollout from the quarterback. That may have been a forward pass. Instead, it's incomplete anyways. No flag thrown. And so it's going to end up being a 4th and 6 from the 42-yard line. They needed at least the 48. We'll see if they punt it away or if they end up going for it here. Only 28 seconds remain here in the first quarter. They're going to go for it. Here's the snap. They're going to go with the reverse. The ball's out on the ground, and Prosper ends up with a recovery. Number 27, Tucker Richardson, was there for the Prosper Eagles to pick up the football. I'm going to call false start on the Killer Bees, but nonetheless, they're going to end up turning that ball over either way. So an unfortunate break here for Denison as they continue to struggle on the offensive side. Their second turnover here in the first quarter. 23 seconds left, rolling out and looking deep, finding one more time Walker Owen. Owens breaks a tackle. He's in the end zone again. Touchdown Eagles. The third touchdown of the night. Third touchdown of the quarter for Walker Owens. All three of which have come from at least 30 yards out. An unbelievable quarter here for number 29 in green. And they still got 11 seconds left with this first quarter. Another great throw by Etheridge and another good play call by that Prosper coaching staff. Etheridge rolling out. Another wide receiver open. This throw a little bit too far and out of reach. So the score will remain 22-0 after the third touchdown of the night here from Walker Owens. And Prosper is making it look easy. It's pitch and catch right now for Etheridge and Owens and the entire Prosper defense. Defense keeping the momentum that the offense has alive with players such as Ford and Bowman coming in there making a play. And then, of course, a big fumble recovery there from Tucker Richardson. So they'll kick off again. And if you're the Killer Bees, you just need to control the damage here. 11 seconds left. All three timeouts remain for both teams. And there's a line drive kick. It's going to be grabbed quickly here by the Killer Bees and Horny on the far side. Two seconds remain in the first quarter. And with 2 seconds remaining in the first, it's a 22-0 lead for Prosper here during the first quarter. Offense, defense, everything involved with the game of football is going right for the Eagles so far. The Killer Bees need to get something going as there's a final play of the first quarter. It's a handoff up the middle for no gain. So the two teams will switch sides here. And we will continue this one in a moment. Let's run through some of the scores throughout the day. This, like we talked about, being game number 8 of 8. Prosper and Sherman kick things off as the home team, the Sherman Bearcats, dropped the first game in the first and second grade division 19-6. The third grade game was won by Prosper over Denison, the same matchup we're seeing here. Third and fourth grade matchup between the Anna Coyotes and the Melissa Cardinals. Melissa ended up winning that one 22-14. In the fourth grade, Salina down to Prosper 16-6. Prosper then rebounded with a fifth grade win over Sherman again. Then Van Alstyne and the Panthers beat Prosper in a wild finish, 12-8. And then a shootout between Melissa and Van Alstyne ended up in another Panthers victory as Van Alstyne won that one 30-16. That brings us to where we are now, 22-0 in favor of Prosper. The final game for these two teams to play in the TYFL. There's a run to the far side, taken down and snuffed out quickly by that Prosper defense. In the first play of this second quarter. Ends up being in a 1-yard gain. 3rd and 8 here from the 39-yard line. Now it's a high snap, chest high. Avoiding the pressure And he's met up quickly once again by that big body and the touchdown machine, Walker Owens, for the stop. And so that'll bring up 4th and 10. Timeout called by Denison and the Killer Bees. And we'll see what Denison wants to do here. With the timeout being called, I'd have to assume that they're wanting to do something to try and put some points on the board, or at least extend this drive. But from this field position, it's very dangerous, especially how quickly Prosper's been able to score so far. 22-0 in favor of the Fighting Eagles. With a win, this would be Prosper's 4th championship of the night. Won 2 this morning and 1 this afternoon. And then, of course, this one under the lights in the nightcap. .7-11 remaining in the first half of action. The Killer Bees on offense. Back in the shotgun. Couple receivers out wide. Mostly a tight set here for the Killer Bees. They've got the reverse working. Some room to work in. A couple blockers. Shiftiness from the Killer Bees as they are going to make it past the first down marker. And another great play from Kyson Lusain as he was handed the ball on the reverse. Made one move to lose big number 10, Jackson Ford. And like a flash of lightning, he was past the first down marker and had some more as well. A nice gain there for Denison to try and get some confidence back and put some points on the board. That's the Killer Bees. That's all you can ask for right now. Defensive stops will come later. Here's a nice run up the middle from number 7, Dohorny. As we're underneath that 7-minute mark here. Blessing game there on the tackle. So was Nathan White. High formation here for the Killer Bees. They're going to hand it off. Here goes Dohorny again, but he's taken down for no gain. Blessing game again on the tackle. That'll bring up a 3rd and 7 to go here from the 41-yard line. Killer Bees finally in enemy territory here. And they've got the I formation working again. Here's the toss back behind looking for Lusain. Lusain's found a hole up the seam and in the middle of the field. Past the first down marker. Some whistles are blowing. And they're going to call holding on Denison. That's going to take away some of that momentum. Thought for sure that Lusain's run was exactly what these Killer Bees needed, and well, it was, but it's going to turn right back around and backtrack Denison back behind their original line of scrimmage. I don't see why you don't give it to him again. Timeout called by Prosper. Kyson Lusain's been the most effective player on the Denison lineup so far, alongside Jacoby Dohorny. But Dohorny, even though he's had a couple powerful moves, it's kind of like a 1-2 punch. You got the thunder of Dohorny running in, physical, and then you follow up with the lightning at the same time with Kyson Lusain. You never know which one's coming. And as soon as Lusain hits a hole, we've already seen how fast those legs can move. He has got some outstanding speed. So after the timeout taken by the Fighting Eagles, their first of the half, with 5:33 remaining before the break. Two teams will line back up for this 3rd and 15 from their opponent's 39-yard line. And they do end up giving it to Lusain, but he can't go anywhere. Got tripped up right at the line of scrimmage. Forward progress takes him there, but nowhere else to go. And they're going to end up calling offsides on Prosper. So the Killer Bees get another chance here. They'll make it a 3rd and 10. After Prosper gets the stop, and through Prosper's defense, you have to be a little frustrated with yourself. So you finally do get a stop, but you give it right back. Here's the toss to Lusain. There's a speed looking for a seam. Gets one block, but needed the second. Didn't get it. And he is yanked down right at that 40-yard line for about a 5-yard gain. They're going to call another offsides against Prosper. 3rd and 5 now. That's the second straight. Two straight offsides have stopped the defensive momentum here for the Prosper Eagles. I formation again. They've gone to Lusain twice. Maybe the DeHorny here. They do. A little power run right up the middle. And it's a gain of about 1. So now it's going to be 4th down and short. 4th and 4 to be exact from the 38-yard line. Denison needs this 4th down to at least have some kind of confidence heading into that halftime break. They're going to toss it back to Lusain. He's looking for the edge. Breaks back inside. The ball pops out. A great play to force that fumble. As Prosper and Etheridge come up huge from behind. He's going to turn right around and play some quarterback, but Etheridge popped that one out from behind. Lusain was right near the 1st down marker. It was going to be close whether or not he could get it, but it doesn't matter because it's a fumble and it's a recovery from Prosper. Very smart, mature play on the defensive side there by Prosper. Etheridge in the shotgun. He's going to take the high snap and roll out to his right. He's going to take it himself. He better tuck that ball in or the same thing will happen to him. He does. He's hit right at the 41-yard line, and it's a 1st down for Prosper. Over under how many plays it takes for the Eagles to give it back to Walker Owens. Say 1. They're going to end up giving it here to Mellon. And he's stopped back behind the line of scrimmage. Wouldn't be surprised. This play has Walker Owens' name written all over it. 3 touchdowns, 4 total touches in the ballgame so far. All of which have been outside 30 yards. Here's another pass over the top. That one's complete. And there goes big number 40. He's gone to the house. And the Eagles continue to light up the scoreboard, 28-0. Prosper leads it by 4 scores. And that was the best pass of the night by Cash Etheridge, as he is money on that one. Cash has been dishing out the dimes. And that one was his best of the night. back under center here. He's going to roll out to the right. Another wide open receiver, and they're going to throw it right in the middle on the run. How about the arm from Etheridge? This time he found Nakuza right on top of the A in Bearcats. And it is a 30-0 score, and we've still got 3 minutes and 1 second until the halftime break. So with a 30-0 lead with 3 minutes and 1 second remaining on the clock, here's the kickoff from Mellett, and it's going to be picked up by the Killer Bees. Here's a couple of blockers forward for Denison as Hussein was brought down after a pretty good return there. He got all the way to the 45-yard line before being stuffed. 2:30 remaining on the clock. And a 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. The clock continuing to run. And it looks like they're going to go with a running clock here during this second quarter. It's been all Prosper in the first half, the most lopsided game of the entire afternoon. Denison just hasn't been able to get anything going on offense, and then as soon as Prosper takes the field on their offensive side, then they've been able to score every time. Couple switches here as Horny will go to the left. And here comes that Prosper defense storming in the backfield and a huge sack as Jonah Bowman just absolutely manhandled that poor Killer Bee quarterback. And a timeout called here by Denison with 1:31 remaining here in the first half of action. .131 remaining. Game number 8 out of 8 here this afternoon. If you can't tell, probably starting to lose my voice right about now. We'll see if I can make it for the next 17 and a half minutes or so of game time. As of right now, 30-0 in favor of Prosper. Historic venue here at Sherman Bearcat Stadium. It'll see a packed house this upcoming Friday as they welcome in Denison themselves. Of course, the rival just about 11 miles down the road. And usually this place packs about 10,000 during that annual meeting. There's the snap, bell tie for the Killer Bees, and another sack to come for the Prosper Eagles. That time in the backfield was number 12, Connor Morrison. White was also in the vicinity. And it was a combined sack. That'll make it 3rd and 21 here from the 44-yard line of the Denison Killer Bees. They had some good field position. They've just gone nowhere but backwards here. And it has been all green and white so far. 45 seconds remain in the half. Here's the snap. Back behind. Down goes Denison again. Jackson Ford ended up finishing off the quarterback, and that might just do it here for the first half of action. Denison's just going to walk off the field. And if you're Prosper, you're doing exactly what you came to do. 30-0 the score here at halftime as the clock clicks on down. Prosper up big during the halftime break. We're going to take a break ourselves. When we come back, the third quarter of action, we'll crown ourselves a champion here in Sherman and call it a night. You've been watching Super Bowl Saturday, presented by Game On Sports.
Let's welcome the Denison cheerleaders. Maya, Tommy, Abria, Marlon, Ayana, Elijah, Emily, Kimberly, Jalea, Kinsey, Zoe, Araya, Jamie, Mercedes, Madison, Hank, Patty, and Destiny. Good job, Denison. Now let's recognize the Prosper cheerleaders. Ella, Rennie, E, L, Cayman, Mackie. Samantha. Lauren. Charlotte. And Savannah. Good job, Harper.
And we are back. here from Sherman Bearcat Stadium. The kickoff picked up by the Killer Bees, and they're thrown down pretty quickly here by the Prosper Eagles, who lead it 30-0. And an outstanding first half from the Eagles and everybody involved with that entire program. Great play calls, great execution on the other side. In terms of Denison, you're just trying to have some more of victory here in this second half. As you're down by 30, you now have the ball, but try and put some points on the board, get something going, rolling in the right direction. And try and figure something out on offense. Here's another nice play here from the Killer Bees as they're able to punch their way forward about 3 yards and get right to the 46-yard line. They're going to call offsides again on Prosper. That's the third offsides call against the Eagles here in this second half. It's been a lot of fun to watch all the youth games played this afternoon. Started at 9 a.m. this morning. 8 games back to back to back to back to back to back to back. And this being the nightcap, the final of the 8. Nice play by big number 10, Jackson Ford, to stuff the run there. This being the final game of the day. 6th grade championship and Super Bowl. Right now it looks like Prosper and the Eagles are going to come out on top of this one, barring a miracle comeback from the Killer Bees. There's the low snap. They're going to try the reverse here. The Bees are going to give it to Lassane, far sideline. He's going to try and reach for that first down marker. He rushes out of bounds just in front of it. And so under 6 minutes to play here. Another nice run from Lassane. Kyson Lassane, who one of the smaller players on the field, but hey, he's got some lightning quick speed, able to turn the legs enough to push the pile too. 3rd and 2 here from the Eagles' 49-yard line. High formation again. And they're going to call offsides on Prosper as Ford broke through the line before the play even happened. Actually, I take that back. It's going to be offsides on the Killer Bees, so the 3rd down play will have to be moved back. 3rd and 7 from the 46. Denison wearing the yellow and black uniforms. Look good, play good. Well, they definitely look good. Not necessarily the favorite uniforms for a broadcaster, though. I can barely see the numbers. The yellow on the yellow jersey. And here's the handoff. And a nice play in the backfield there from the Eagles. Getting in there that time was number 27, Tucker Richardson, who's been in the backfield a couple different times. Also fumbled or recovered a fumble in this game as well. As we're almost to that halfway point here in the 4th quarter, 4 minutes and counting. Prosper with the win. End up winning their 4th championship of the day in 6 total appearances overall in the 8 games. I've seen a lot of green and black so far today. This is the most dominant that any team has been. Low snap, it's corralled. Moving forward, throwing deep downfield. That one's picked off by Prosper. Nakushka has it. He's going to return this one. Switches fields, goes to the far side. Instead, catches a big block. And he might go all the way. No, he's going to get pulled down right at the last moment. A great effort from a couple of the Prosper Eagles to lay a block there for Nakushka. And a nice play there from number 3 in green. Take that one all the way down to the 30-yard line. And they're going to start their drive on the 33. as the clock now ticks underneath 3 minutes remaining. Prosper putting some guys in motion. The initial handoff is to Ward now, who spins back inside the 20, and he's pulled down just outside the red zone. They're going to mark him on the right side of the 20-yard line. Now at the 2.5-minute mark here in the third quarter, 30-0 in favor of Prosper. Wearing the green, going from right to left on your screen. Killer Bees in the yellow and the black. And it looks like timeout is going to be called here by Denison. 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. Talk things over on that far side, just outside the numbers. If you're Denison, you got to look forward to the future. Solid program just north of here in Sherman. And, of course, these kids will have a lot of football left to be played together. Move on and play in the middle school ranks. Move on up into the high school and then eventually varsity ranks as well if they all stick together. It's one of the fun things about having organizations and leagues like this put together. It's a chance for these high schools in the area to grow and mentor these young men into really what the program's all about whenever that time comes to be a varsity star and try and win a state championship and then ultimately try and get to the next level as well. Here's Etheridge in the shotgun. They're going to put a receiver in motion and hand this one off to the near side. And finally being chopped down right at the 10-yard line was number 54, Seth Blassingame, who's had an outstanding night on defense. And a timeout called here by the officials as one of the Bees is down. And you don't want to see that. I'm going to check him out just outside that 10-yard line. Seen this all day long. Whenever an injured player is down for either team, both teams will take a knee and wait until that moment to get back up. And good to see a Denison Killer Bee to walk off on his own power here. 2:07 remaining in the third quarter. 30-0. Prosper leads it, and they are just outside the 10-yard line again. Another score here for the Eagles would make them the highest scoring team to play throughout the day in the final game here. They are tied right now with 30 points put up here in the first couple quarters. And before this, saw the Panthers put one up too. Here's a handoff, and that would have been 6 had Blassingame not tripped up on a blade of grass right around that 5-yard line. He had nothing but pay dirt waiting for him. But being tripped up, it also takes some more time off his clock. Etheridge in motion. They're going to give it to Blassingame again, and he's going to be spun down right at the 4-yard line. Great job by the Denison defense getting some pressure in the backfield and not allowing any room for the tailback to run. Under a minute now here in the third quarter. The clock continuing to tick down. Prosper on a 2nd and goal here from the 4-yard line. Etheridge in the backfield. And he's going to take it himself. Etheridge walks in to the end zone. Another score here for Prosper, and the Fighting Eagles continue to put points up on the board. going to bring on a couple extra substitutions here for this 2-point conversion. Coming off the field, big number 29 in Owens, who's had an outstanding game. Scored a couple different times. As the clock does hit 0 here in the third quarter. Bouncing around, trying to make his way into the end zone, and they do. Another score, and the 2-point conversion is good. And that was good from number 27, Tucker Richardson. And so the score now 38-0. The Eagles continuing to impress. At the end of 38-0, the Fighting Eagles lead it here at Sherman Bearcat Stadium. 8 minutes up on the clock as we are into the final quarter of action. I'm not the best at math, but 8 games times 4, 32 quarters of football today played by these young men. The administrators involved. And an entire event put on here by the Sherman community. Big thanks go out to everybody involved in these 8 games this afternoon. Super Bowl championship games that these young men will remember for the rest of their lives. There's another line drive kick right near the 40-yard line. It's going to be picked up, and the tackle made right at the 40. Quarter number 32 out of 32 throughout the day. Crazy to say. This field has seen a lot of action. As we are underneath the 5.5-minute mark here in the fourth. Killer Bees on offense again, trying to put something up on the board. Snap back behind. Running forward to the line of scrimmage, brought down for the loss.
Anthony Grant on the carry. Shot by Jackson Ford. No gain on the play.
Almost to the halfway point. Cheerleaders involved today as well. 8 games, 16 teams, 16 teams of cheerleaders as well. I think the coolest thing about these type of events is it's the future of Texas high school football. These are kids that are going to want to play on Friday nights underneath the Friday night lights in places such as Sherman Bearcat Stadium and places all around. Of course, Denison, Prosper. Prosper's got a beautiful facility down near the DFW area, but overall, these kids will be playing on Friday nights pretty soon here in the 6th grade. Well, they could be on the Friday night field as soon as 2020, being in the 6th grade. Crazy to think about, but you can see a couple of these guys playing for the Prosper Eagles at Prosper Stadium in just a couple of years. Final games playing as a member of youth football here in the Texoma League, and they're going to end up champions here in a very convincing fashion. There's the handoff, and it's going to be dragged down in the backfield again. Another nice play from Bowman, who's been outstanding all night long for the Prosper Eagles. Killer Bees now faced with a 4th down, or actually I take that back. They just turned it over on downs, and that might just do it for this one. Prosper will see that offense take the field again. Etheridge, who's had an outstanding game, will be under center for one final time. And they're going to just run out the clock here. Etheridge forward for a gain of about 8. Need one more first down to effectively kneel out the clock, as it'll be about a 2nd and 2 here. There's another handoff for Prosper past the first down marker, and that'll move the chains, and that'll ultimately run out the clock here. Under a minute and a half, 90 seconds T-minus until Prosper are officially crowned the champions here, the Super Bowl matchup in the 6th grade. The top age group. Prosper winning 4 championships throughout the 8 games today. They took home half of the trophies. They were participants in 3/4 of the games. As this Prosper Eagles program has seen some success. Other champions today. You've got Salina and the Bobcats winning one. You got the Melissa Cardinals winning one as well. And then Van Alstine as well. But there are the Prosper Eagles, champions of the 6th grade. 38-0 the final score here from Sherman Bearcat Stadium. The clock continues to tick down before they end up shaking hands and calling this one final. The nightcap ends up in an Eagles victory. The green and black are victorious for the 4th time today. And this one was by the most convincing fashion over the Denison Killer Bees. So that'll do it for another season of Texoma Youth Football League. And that'll do it for us here at Game On Sports. Once again, special thank you to everyone involved in this broadcast. For our fearless producer, Fred Garner. For Troy Gooder, our camera operator, I'm Kyle Yeomans. Thank you for joining us for all 8 games throughout the day today. 9 a.m. till right now. Almost 12 full hours of youth football, and it was a blast through every single minute of it. The Prosper Eagles come out victorious 38-0 in the nightcap, and that'll do it for us. So long from Sherman Bearcat Stadium.